Welcome to the Coniston Hotel. What a glorious location to have arguably one of the most executive motors ever. The BMW M760e. I'm Ben Quirk, welcome to Planet Auto. This is the pinnacle of luxury. This may have 517 brake horsepower and pull 0 to 60 in a touch over 4 seconds. But that's not what it's about. It's like no car I've ever driven. Mind you, with a price tag of 110,000, and that's without options, you expect something, well, that bit special. And this delivers in droves. Crystalline headlamps, auto everything, self-reading, this, that, the other. Even has something called expressive mode. And yes, of course it's got the 4K UHD screen theatre. This is the kind of vehicle that you passenger in. The driving experience is phenomenal, but the passenger experience, that's a whole new level. It's the perfect chauffeur vehicle. It's the kind of thing that you would see in, I suppose, the Bourne Identity, where you're doing whatever speed down the back roads, and this is just lapping it up. Some of the toys it's got are just frankly ridiculous. When it gets to 87 miles an hour, it realizes and thinks, actually, I need to lower myself. And it can lower itself up to 2 centimeters. You can also raise that suspension when you decide it's a good idea to go off-roading in your 110 grand Beamer. Yeah, you're not going to. But the point is, you can do it. LED laser lights. Phenomenal. We've seen them on the i8, we've seen them on the i4. It's got the oversized kidney grille, but because this is just enveloped in black, wow, talk about sinister. It's out of this world. And that's before we've even set foot inside. Styling. You can still see some of the heritage of the older 7 Series, but they've just modernized and futuristicized. I'm just going to invent words for this car because it's that damn good. 21-inch wheels, everything's pretty much M. You've even got the M ident down the side. It's a very clean design. Also the bonnet in the middle, I don't quite know what it reminds me of. Parking sensors, front cameras, the HD unit in that is absolutely ridiculous. It's not just the cinema screen, it's the screens throughout the vehicle. This is all singing and dancing, quite literally. And pretty much every safety feature you can think of. Look at the length of the doors. And yes, you barely need to touch the handle. And you met the Hans Zimmer BMW. So, Bowers and Wilkins. Now I remember those speakers from back in the day. Memory seats. Everything's just exquisitely finished. Got like an element of futuristic to it. Premium materials, plush, and a grab handle above the driver's door. As soon as the motor bursts into life, you're met with M. We've seen this cluster throughout the BMW range, and it does its job perfectly. You've got your infotainment over here, and then your details for driving, media, all manner of information. One thing I really like is these paddles. This one says boost. Sporty M steering wheel, beautifully finished. Look at the styling in here. Under this, it's oak. It takes me back to the older vehicles like the Mulsanne, and it should do. It needs to be all singing and dancing. It needs to be exquisitely built. It needs to have ridiculously strong build quality. You need to feel like you're getting into something that's quite frankly worth the money, and to be honest, it is. Refinement, wow. iDrive system, navigation, telephone, media, start engine stop button, and the shifter, very simple, reverse, neutral, drive and sport. And then you've got your auto hold and your electronic handbrake. And everything, if you've noticed, is not really a button, it's haptic. Comfortable seats, supportive, fully electric, memory modes, perforated leather throughout, sumptuous. And it wouldn't be a BMW without massage. If I press the fog lamp here, oh, it's this light, so you can see that it all comes up on the infotainment screen, and then you can go through, navigate, etc, etc. You can also override it with the rotary that we've seen in so many BMWs. Decent storage solution here, USB A's and a 12 volt. It's also illuminated. Cup holders with the grippers and then the wireless charging pad. This is just funky beyond belief. And if you've noticed, they're operated with this here. Heads-up display, airbags embedded in the dash. And when we go up here, yes, like the iX, you've got yourself a selfie camera. So yeah, family snapshots, all types of things. The likelihood is that will monitor you. One of my favourite features of this and the rest of the BMW range is, hello BMW. If you want to use the speech, you first activate it using the microphone button here. But after that, then it's actively listening. And sorry, randomly, when you speak, it does appear in the heads-up display. Search for a cafe near to here.
I'm loading the list.
And there we are. Oh, we could go to Dick Turnip's. Sorry, Turpin. The thing is, it's not just for gimmicky things like that. You can also tell it to step back from the car in front, say when you're using adaptive cruise, check oil levels, etc.
Currently inactive.
See? She even got that from me just randomly talking. There's a whole library of commands. Ooh, a big panoramic. But, if we press this, my word. Okay, I think it's time to step into the rear. Oh dear, I've not closed the door correctly. Whatever shall I do? Soft closed doors. From the side, you get a real feel for the majesty of this car. I do love its sleek styling. For example, it's got the little sporty side skirts, subtly styled. They're not garish, it just adds to the character. It's got tints all the way around. And the main reason for that is, you'll soon find out. My word. A blind in the quarter light and a blind in the main window. And then, yes, I can pretty much do anything with my seat, vents, you name it, all from this control panel. I can even control that. It's heated, it's all singing and dancing like you would expect. Climbing aboard, well, that's a chauffeur experience, isn't it? 6'3". Wow. Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube. You're offline. I am, sadly. And it's all touchscreen. Look at the finish on the rear of these seats too. Polished metals, and that looks like a mount for a television screen. Look at this. It's the same wood that you see in the front. Yet again, just exquisitely finished. And I've got a little extra headrests. Power blind in the rear. Now, because I was battling to get in the back, I forgot to do the door test. So, solid. We've even got a wireless charging pad in the rear. Storage area with 2 USB-Cs and everything. Like the front is just beautifully finished. Isofix points. If you've noticed, the seats go right down. Oh, I can control my seats, my blinds, the light, my modes. Theatre, which automatically adjusts the seats. Expressive. Oh wow. Relax. I'm sorry, Annabelle, you should be experiencing this, shouldn't you?
I'm just glad you are.
I've also got massage. So, if I press this, extend this bit, just by bringing my finger along it, got more adjustment in this rear seat and control with massage and heat than I have in many premium front seats. That says something. Massage. Well, when in Rome. Oh, I thought it'd be interesting things like snake style and so on. Pelvic activation. Random massage. Sounds perfect. Okay, what should I watch? So you can see the weather, you can see what's on television. I think it's got Amazon Fire built into it too. But the fact that you can use all these on-demand services. Apologies for that, the practicality went completely out the window, but I'm in my own private cinema in the back of a really luxurious car. Quad climate control. It is, yeah, it's fantastic, it really is. I like the way that you've got the vents on here. I'm trying to find something I don't like on it, and I'm really hard pushed, to be honest. It's finished exquisitely across the board. Even the overrides for the door handles. It's just got everything it needs. Well, I'm going to have to move on and take a look at the back. But this is unreal, quite literally. Sinister, in one word. M760e. Micro ducktail spoiler, love it. Just the sleekness and design of the rear, the way that the back window's sunk. Everything about this is just tasteful. Even the sleek, smoked out, red and black slimmed down rear LEDs. It just takes me back. I mean, look at that. It's just burst into life and done a Knight Rider type thing. And yeah, you've got an exhaust there and an exhaust there. And yes, this can shift. Reversing camera, parking sensors, cross traffic alert, pretty much anything you can think of, this has got it. The only thing that's going to be, is the price tag. But if this is the kind of vehicle that you want, get it. Because it's that damn good. Let's take a look in the boot. Charging cables and interestingly styled boot. Quite easily get a couple of suitcases in there. But normally you would have this extra space. But you've got a first aid kit, and to be honest, it is pretty big. So it's perfect for airport runs, all types of things. And when the mafioso come over and that kind of thing. Lovely. Tethering points. Anchored solidly. And look, if you've noticed, that is a ski hatch. Like you'd expect, you can't drop the seats. Time to drive it. Actually very quiet because the sheep can't even hear us. But we're in expressive mode. So the music and visualizations change based on how you drive the vehicle. It's smooth, feels very prestigious. It's got a new type of power steering as well. And wow, the refinement. You know where the vehicle is at all points, I tell you. Power delivery, fantastic. That's it. This is just a damn good car. But at the end of the day, with a price tag of this, you expect something rather special. I mean, just look at the quality of the cameras. And yes, it is pretty big. It's comfortable. The suspension is fantastic. Air system, adaptive driving modes. Got some pheasants down there. I mean, just put your foot down. Listen to that sound. Considering its size, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like you could have some real fun on the back road. Direct steering, lovely and weighty. And the way that the suspension just eats at the bumps. Oh, can you hear the music kicking in?
Yes.
Safety across the board. It's... we need to get one of these for a week.
We do.
Mind you, it's giving us a taste. But BMW offer at the higher echelons.